I'm gonna break down my trade that I just took. It is Friday, no news. When I got to the market, it looked like this. We're coming off of a big downtrend earlier in the week. We consolidated and pushed up during London. So here, um, initially when I saw price, I wasn't sure. I didn't think we were gonna sell, but I wasn't 100% sure because of the liquidity down here. But once market opened, I made up my mind that I was going for buys and I was going to look for a sweep of like this line here, anywhere over here. I was going to look for a sweep. Ideally, we are going to get down here to this support level, and I was going to buy off of that. But as you can see, the moral of today's story is just absolute perfection, honestly. And I still have room to improve because I took an L getting in here. And usually I wouldn't get in on a moving average, but it's if it's set up properly, I was gonna take it. I didn't want to miss out because I had a strong inclination that it was going to buy, right? Liquidity right here looked good, even though I didn't have it marked off. So I was like, you know what, if I'm right about today, I could afford to get in and take this loss, even if it doesn't work. But I can't afford for it to run without me. Like, I don't think that's FOMO. I think that's just playing my odds properly. So I took the L here. I was completely unbothered by that. I knew that was a possibility. In fact, when I was in the trade and I saw these three candles fail to like make any type of progression toward this resistance here, I knew I was gonna lose. But I didn't want to cut the trade early because that reinforces bad habits. So I let it play out. I let it stop me out completely for the full -1R. And then we got down to my original target support that I wanted to buy off of, and it was go time. So we got the initial bullish push here. I waited for the break of the candle. I got in. We got the initial push. Then we started trickling down. Here I thought it was over. Honestly, I thought I was like, oh shit, well, this gonna be a -2R day, and I would not have gotten again if it did sweep, but it didn't. It held. Um, And this could be a testament to this. What if I closed early here, saw this, and then closed early here and missed the win? So, again, going back to not reinforcing bad habits, I just let the trade play out. I saw it. I was watching this the whole time. That's another thing. There were no emotions in this trade at all. Usually, like my stomach would feel like hollow and I'll get that rush of adrenaline. Like there was none of that today. And low key, I almost miss it, but that's how I know I'm progressing. So there was none of that today. I just watched it. I was cool with it losing. It turned around. Once we hit this resistance, I thought we were in pretty good shape. And of course, my new philosophy, the scaling. So yesterday this lost, and well, you could watch that video. But yesterday this lost, but I said I wasn't gonna change anything because I already back tested it. I already got the confidence in the system. I know it works, so I'm gonna keep doing it. This is me continuing to do it and it paying off. So when I was watching this, I was hoping that it didn't but I would prefer if it didn't tap me in first and then pull back because I knew my stop was kind of for the scale in. I knew my stop like on support. I knew I don't know, it was pretty tight or whatever. It's mechanical, so I wasn't about to move it, but it just played out perfectly, like absolutely perfect. Um, it pulled back first and then ran through. So we went straight to TP after the scale in. It was just beautiful. It's such a beautiful trade. I did have to wait for it though, which I don't mind. I got in at 10. We were done at 11:51, so about what, 2 hours. But yeah, while I was in the trade, I did notice this, and this was another thing. So yesterday I spoke about my management situation after the scaling. I stuck with the new management style, the one I did not use yesterday. So I moved my 3R position to BE, or half a percent. That's my BE after we hit 2R. And then I left the majority or all of the contracts from the scale in right here at this stop loss. So no test of it. It worked out fine. Um, yeah, it was just a solid trade today. Yeah, just absolute domination. So yeah, on to the next one.